Money can be earned again, but attention cannot be recovered. Every day you have a limited amount of attention, and your phone competes for it. Notification, short form content, random drama, all this sort of bullshit content that you consume your attention without you even realizing it. And the scary part is that you don't just waste your time by all this mindless browsing and scrolling. You also train your brain to focus on whatever grabs its attention. So I think it's a very common thing for most of the people nowadays to just wake up and just check their phone and just waste their time. And I think and people also already know that this is a very bad habit, but they still continuously continue to do it. And also this is kind of like an opportunity for some people to really be different from other people, to be great as well. If you want to be great, I think this is a great opportunity, by the way. I think it's pretty easy to be great as well compared to the past history as well. But yeah, whatever it is, what you need to understand is that if you constantly give your attention to random things, to trivial things, important things become so much harder for you to focus to, right? It just genuinely becomes so hard for you to just focus on what really matters and what's important. So it's very important that you understand like the dangers about mindlessly giving your attention to every single shit, and also not being worried about what you are consuming as well. Because in the time that we live in, attention is now being treated as a currency, all right? And it's a very important thing that you use it wisely, choose to spend it wisely on something that's really worth it to, on what really matters. So before you start your day, all right, especially if you still have that habit of checking your phone as soon as you wake up, I think checking your phone is not that bad. But the problem arises when you just grab your phone and you decide to scroll for a few minutes, or just check and just waste your time for a few minutes. And that's some bullshit. I do not have that habit, and personally for me, I can just wake up and I do check my phone, I'll be honest. But I will just check if there are any certain kind of notifications that's really needed to be looked at. And if there isn't any, then I will just keep my phone and then just get up from my bed. And I do not have that habit of needing to continue to scroll on my phone even after checking all the notifications. So I don't think just checking isn't that bad. But since majority of the people, if there's the phone in their hand and as soon as they wake up they get their phone in their hand, it's a very, very common thing for a lot of people to just waste a few minutes on that single brick. So it's very important that you choose to spend your attention wisely, to choose where you should focus, really focus, and just ask yourself every single morning that what am I giving my best attention to for every single day. I think this is one of the things that I do. Like, just as soon as you wake up, decide what's the most important thing that I should give my attention to today, like every single day, right? It also helps you to consciously understand what's the most important thing right now as soon as you wake up. So it also helps you to not mindlessly wander off to your phone as well, because whatever gets your attention repeatedly eventually gets your life. So it's very important that you choose wisely on which things are you going to give your attention to. Basically, your attention is basically your life in usable form, so spend it carefully. I hope this video is helpful to you in some way. If you have any thoughts for this video or any problems with your life, you can definitely leave it down in the comments. Until then, stay disciplined.